it's wild, man. I mean, it's just whatever you don't want to say is a difference maker because Memphis has so much going on with them,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a freak. He's a freaking difference maker. I mean, don't get it
Absolutely.
twisted. Don't get
Absolutely.
it twisted. Do not get it twisted. He's a very much difference maker. Man, we just chopping it up right now. We live in the kitchen. We should have one more guest coming in soon. You know, it's the usual suspects, myself, Trav, my guy Jay Ham, man. Check them out everywhere. Check us out everywhere. 94 feet of life.
The
94
YouTube channel, the
man,
YouTube
everywhere.
channel is moving. We got a
Yes,
new
sir.
logo. We about to post up on the joint. We got some woke clips. We about to post up on the joint. We're in the middle of feast week, y'all. I'm sitting here
Yes.
right now watching Marquette women against UCLA women in the battle for Atlantis in the first round of that joint.
You know
So you
what?
know, I'm addicted. I'm
It's out
sucking
there.
this
Who
stuff.
won between Stafford and South Carolina girls
South
yesterday?
Carolina won, I think, by like 5.
They pulled it off.
And I hate that I didn't remember that they was on ABC too. And I hate that I didn't remember that.
Yes. So man, they was on there. I was like, man, once I seen like it was going overtime, I was like, okay.
I
As
think the
y'all
score
see,
76, 71 or something like that. But
yeah, as y'all see, I'm fixing to get ready to pull something up for you. Basically,
we go to the files.
what's fixing to happen is this. We are doing an NBA jam session tomorrow. We're going to have 8 teams on this left side and 8 teams on this right side. What we're going to do, we're going to take the best duos of the top 8 teams on the east and the west side. We're going to put them together. We haven't decided yet how we're going to do it. Are we going to do east versus west, or are we going to pull out a hat? Better yet, we would love for you all to come on the show and pick which one should be picked who. That
I
will
kind
be the
of like
grand
East
scheme
versus
of things.
West, but I kind of like East versus West. But I'm like, we can really go either way, and I think this thing will still be dope.
Because y'all know who the usual suspects is, but at the same time, like I said, we got to pair these guys up, and we're going to pair them up. We're gonna have the best two, the best duos, and we going one by one. We're gonna see who's gonna advance to the finals, and we're gonna see who the best. We would love to get y'all votes. Who y'all think is the best two on the best tandem?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Are we counting our votes too, or we just controlling the whole joint?
We just
We'll decide
controlling
on
the
that.
whole thing.
I would say either that or we'll decide on that later. But I got a feeling who already. I think who gonna win the joint.
I got a funny feeling about it too.
Especially if we don't go conference specific. If we don't make
Man.
it East and West, I already know who's gonna be in the final.
But yes, this right here is going to be filled up with 8.
And me saying that I know who's gonna be in the finals, that does not mean that this thing is rigged.
Right.
It's just I'm just speaking from a basketball logical standpoint.
So we're gonna get that taken care of. I got some people that's jumping on there with me as far as we're gonna get that set up. We're gonna get that right to where I ain't gotta draw everything. I'm just gonna be able to input those on fin. So yeah. I mean,
If you hear that,
we can talk a little bit about it as far as
as I said, if you hear that background noise of me getting messages, you got to blame that on my on our fellas over there at Stoppage Time FC. They're in the middle of the World Cup activity right now. I see
right.
Joe ringing, got the rears ringing and everything with the messaging. Shout out to Joe, baby boy. That's my guy, man.
Joe, cool guy. Joe, I gotta talk to you. Zach, I gotta talk to y'all in a little bit. So be on standby. I will get y'all input on something in just a moment. But yeah, man. Like we mentioned a little bit about it last live in the kitchen or last show that we done. We was talking about this NBA jam session. And as far as like y'all know who the usual suspects is, but we're waiting on today because there's 3 teams. There's 3 teams that we're waiting on to be like, should they be in or should they not be in? And these teams are like half games out.
And we extended the deadline because we really was gonna find this both this had this finalized last night.
Mm-hmm.
But we looked at it and was like, you know what? Let's push it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We still got time. Make a few adjustments. We try to get some of the we trying to make it like Adam Silver was trying to make it, trying to make sure he get a few extra names in the
Hey,
playoff.
the computers are putin.
The computers are putin if we do not own DCS computers.
We are on bracketology time over here, man. Oh, yeah. So we're just waiting on those. We're gonna keep that hidden till later on, and then once the show hits, y'all gonna like this show. Y'all gonna like this show. We didn't put in a lot of work and a lot of effort in this to get this going for you all.
And we try to be interactive with our shows, whether it's Blind GM, whether we got that bootleg Wheel of Fortune that we played that time. Shout out to
that you know what?
Shout out to the Homer John Redcord.
I actually watched it the other day. The other day because for what it was worth, that was a fun.
We had fun with it.
Show.
Yeah,
that was a fun show, and man, I couldn't have. Like you said, man, John, man, miss him a lot, man. Very active in the group, very fun guy to talk to. All Chicago, everything, man. Just a fun guy, fun soul that we will truly miss, man. Golly, speaking of that though, man. Shine Rail, man. Oh my God.
There's another one.
There's another Chi-Town. All Chicago, everything, man. For what again? We my guy Youngin, man.
That's
a young, hard-nosed soul. He is not gonna give in no matter what. But when it come down to it, when you actually talk to him, he's a misunderstood fella that actually can be understood.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that just breaks it down. And he loved basketball. He loved the game. He loved to, said contribute in whatever, even whether it was a thought-provoking deal or it's like, what the hell is you
what the hell are you talking about?
It was always a good thing, though, you know what I'm saying? Because he gonna engage in some form of entertaining dialogue, regardless of what it is.
The rent is paid, man, worldwide. What's going on with it, man?
My God.
Hello, fellas.
Man, we on here, man.
I'm in the kitchen, so I do what people in the kitchen do.
We see the grits. We see the grits. We see the food.
I'm sitting in the kitchen, but I ain't got nothing working like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Worldwide, you came at a perfect time because, like our PG Big Shot says, it's a few teams that's on this ban on TV deal. And I was just talking to Jay Ham. What we're gonna go to next is there's two people that's on that ban from TV list, but they have two players. It's two players, one on each team, that are doing extraordinary things. They putting in NBA work. One of those names is De'Aaron Fox, and the other name is SGA.
SGA. No coincidence.
Talk to me. This is why you're here.
They represent them letters B, B, N.
There you go.
There's no coincidence. I got this. I seen Swiper go for 15 in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter in overtime in Orlando a couple weeks ago. He ended up with 37. Yeah, 22 up until that point, and then went crazy. And it was just like, and I remember somebody saying like his numbers was low calorie, or excuse me,
nah.
Hold on. They said they were empty, and I'm like, I never seen Swiper be nothing he does is empty. Like everything he does contributes to winning. Like the kid, I mean, I ain't calling him kid, he grown man now, but he's starting to hit that. When did he come out? 17?
Yes,
Was it
17.
2017 draft?
Yes, him, Bam.
He's about 19, so he's about what, 23, 24 now?
24. He'll be 24.
Right at that age.
He's starting to embark on that Timothy type level right now. You know, he's starting to embark on that.
Right.
And SGA, I've been talking about SGA forever. Like, I think he's a cheat code. He's a cheat code. And if you go back to the draft, and I'm just looking up 2019, so you're looking at somebody that's 22, SGA 24.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's a problem, man.
He 24 years old, Swiper 23 years old, whatever old he is. Like, we dealing with some, like, man, it's not fair. It is not fair.
Mm-hmm.
What we getting? Yeah, they both 24 years old. Swipe will be 25.
So he turned 25 this year. I thought
he hitting that point where it's like, I do this. It's who I am.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know who come up under? I'm gonna throw another name in there, since we talking about SGA and De'Aaron.
Talk to me.
You know who come up under De'Aaron? Tyrese. Houston boys. Man, it's hey, and those guys, and you got to think, SGA and Tyrese were like late lottery, mid first round picks.
Right.
Jay Ham, we do you got say a guy that we may need to watch that's maybe on the ban on TV list?
You took two. Well, you took one, which I removed them from off my list. The Sacramento Kings, they done won like 6 in a row.
Yes.
They won like 5, 6 in a row. So I'm like, and then they coming to the Bluff tomorrow, so they can't be bad. I'm gonna watch the game. But in general, it's just anytime, like if I don't see them at night and I catch the highlights the next morning, all I'm seeing is good energy on the floor. You know what I'm saying? They get after it. They competing on both ends. You seeing cats come up, making through, coming through and making big plays down the stretch. And it's been last week or so, it's been resulting in W's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just that immediate memory, like, yo, they've been hooping as of late. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, I took the Kings off the list and I put the Lakers on the list. Lakers ain't had LeBron in the last 4 and they 3-1.
Sure is.
And AD is looking like AD, like Coach, we just gonna start calling you the prophet, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. You've been calling for a lot of this stuff. Coach, that's on wax. Once again, give us another wax session.
Look, I'm not saying I know everything. But I know some things, and I know what I know. And what I do know is the Lakers have played better without LeBron. Still keeping that same. AD has benefited the most out of it. And I said this in the 2020 in the bubble, when they won the bubble chip, AD should have got Finals MVP.
Right.
AD should have got Finals MVP because LeBron is maybe the greatest, has the best resume on that team. but AD is the best talent on that team. It's a difference. It's a difference. LeBron has all the accolades, and Anthony Davis is better at basketball right now in 2022, 2023 than LeBron is right now. People gonna be like, "Oh, you talking crazy, man? I don't care. I don't care what you say. It's the truth. AD, they need to play around AD. You play around AD, you will, because that's how it's supposed to be. That's why he went there.
I would say, can we just take it back to what you said when he first signed on over there? You're gonna be, they're gonna do what they do with LeBron. But if they're gonna win a championship, and you said this even before there was a such thing called the bubble. If they're gonna win a championship, it's gonna have to run through AD. AD gonna have to be the best player on the floor. Not necessarily that it has to run through AD. He just got to be the best cat on the floor.
Dude,
I was there when you said it. I was there when you said it.
I've said so much stuff over the years, I tend to forget what I be saying.
We didn't forget a lot, but what it is, like what we have said, it's on here. It's on here. So
like I said, I'm like Gigi. I didn't forget more than a lot of motherfuckers ever learned.
Hey man, it's just the Lakers just look. I mean, they just look better. They look better when that ball goes to AD. Y'all talk about this post game and all this stuff. Put the little dude into the rack. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. But see, when you got and we try to avoid this issue, but when we talk about that, we have to speak the truth. And LeBron slows the game for you all. Everything goes through him the way he wants it to go through him. It can be good things, but as you see right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good going through him like that. Get AD involved, and then wait till that fourth quarter and you explode like you do. You're older. You need that energy now. You can't, you ain't 25, 26. You can't just snap off like you did against Detroit. Can't do that like you did against the
Celtics. We'll call it for what it is. That don't work no more.
It don't work no more. Superhero ball doesn't work.
Hey, LeBron don't need more help. He needs to use the help.
There it is. There it is.
Soundbite.
There it is.
You know what they say? If you don't use it, you lose it.
You lose it.
Be that as it may with the bench that they had last year.
I mean, they did lose to a team with a point guard who was working and operating off one arm in 5 games.
5.
Come on now.
Just saying.
Come on now.
I'm just saying, man.
Yes, sir. But man, trying to think of anything else that we need to discuss. We have already given y'all the jam session and how that's gonna go down.
Hey, so in other words, the Lakers might not be in the joint, y'all. So you might not have LeBron AD.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad because right now it's like a lottery ball. You have 0.007% chances of getting picked.
And Dan Gilbert's son is not
walking through that door. It's not walking through that door.
What's that guy that used to go for the draft for the Magic? Was it Pat Williams? He's not there.
It's not walking through that door.
I know Dan Gilbert's son definitely wasn't walking through that door.
So do not be expecting that. Do not expect it.
Did Brooklyn return to the pack though, right? I hadn't looked at the
tonight. Tonight will let us know.
They on the bubble. They on the bubble like a 8-9 seed.
Golden State is on the bubble. Brooklyn is on the bubble.
Shout out to Golden State. They won their first road game, man.
Brooklyn, Golden State, the Knicks are on the bubble.
And see, this is the thing about Golden State. In relation to this, when you see the man drop a step back fade away from 25 feet and don't touch no rim. Yeah, we want him in the joint. We want him a part of the field just because he can do shit like that.
Dude, I watched again. I'm gonna say this one more time. Steph Curry is the best shooter in NBA history.
And that's saying something. That's saying something. There's some shooting motherfuckers.
But if Steph get hot and Clay get hot,
you forget about it.
I'm paying top dollar to watch Klay Thompson at his best before I watch Steph. The fundamentals that this man presents when he's on fire is none.
I think what we appreciate about that is the lowest volume of maintenance required.
It's none other. He was 14 or 23 last night. 10 of those was threes.
Did you count how many dribbles he have on his highlight?
I don't know, probably 10. It's the fundamental part of basketball that I like of Klay. It doesn't take much. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
It's a thing of beauty. Steph gonna give you I hate using this word, but he's gonna give you no, I'm not gonna use it. He gives you the bravado. He gives you the shimmy. He gonna shoot. He gonna shoot and the ball be mid-air. He gonna look at you. Klay is like a fresh White Castle, a fresh Crystal Burger. Fresh, hot, squared. Everything is so fundamental.
We're not going to associate the greatness of Klay Thompson with the Crystal Burger. Something else. We cannot go with Crystal. White Castle is fine. We can't go with Crystal though. That is.
Hey, man.
Being here in the South and having a Crystal Burger, that is defamation of character. Slander.
Hey, man.
Destruction of justice.
Bottom line again.
I get what you're saying, though.
I'm watching Klay Thompson go to work. It's a thing of beauty. It's what basketball is. When he's hot, it's just like if you look up the word basketball and you see Klay Thompson on there, that's just the definition. Especially when he's hot.
When we go through like his highlights in general, we don't see him breaking nobody down. He's not coming out. If he coming out the bounce, he finna bang on your head.
He finna dunk on somebody.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He finna bang on your head. But majority of his athletes catch, pump, step, side step, you know what I'm saying? Catch, shoot. Anything. It's so low volume in terms of the sizzle. It's a whole lot of steak in it. Steph gonna give you the combination of both steak and the sizzle. You know what I'm saying?
It's a beautiful thing, man. Look at here.
About time, man. That's what I'm talking about right here, man.
He has rose from the dead.
I can't say from the dead. I'd rather say
no. He rose from work.
He rose.
He rose. My guy. Turns so true.
Yusuf?
He got it.
First of all, is this thing on?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Listen,
you got to change the Muhammad Yusuf name, man, because I'm starting to think you like the mask dude. Hey. Like that time when DDP put the La Parka mask on and he riddled with DDP up on
I got it.
Somebody thought he was La Parka. No, you ain't La Parka, man. We got to add the real.
You know,
so true. There we go, right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
now you in there.
I'm just germ today, man. Listen, fresh off the hardest season at the job, man. Of course, we passed with a food safety score that was something remarkable. But listen, that's what had to be done, man.
Right.
Hey, man, what's up? What's going on?
We just talking normal hoops. We gotta big time show coming tomorrow, which we're gonna do like an NBA Jam session going on. We're gonna take the top 8 from each side. We're gonna match them up, and we're gonna do them as we got them paired up. We got the best duos on all 16 teams, and we're gonna go at it. We're gonna see who goes through and who's gonna be the champs. We got that. We also talking about. I tell you what, we're gonna start you off like this. Name a player that you don't see often that's actually putting in major work. I know you've been doing a whole lot of things on the side, but hopefully, I think you've been keeping up a little bit here and there.
Oh yeah, I keep up. I still keep up when I can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my guy D'Angelo Russell a little bit of love today. I see he does a lot of good work for what Minnesota is trying to do with that. I'm not gonna call it a program, but I'm gonna call that team. Anytime I catch them, I think the biggest thing for him is over the years, seeing how he came from Ohio State, everything else, how he's developed as a player, coming from being a Laker, everything else. I really like what I've seen from him this season. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been the most selfish player, a selfish player that some people have put on him in situations. And I think altogether, I think he's just a very good player. I'm gonna give another guy one more. I got one more player, and I know some people may talk about him, but me and Les was talking about him. I actually asked y'all a question about him. Y'all know I love y'all guy from BBN, De'Aaron Fox. That's my guy. The southpaw that I love that player. I just want to see him get an opportunity to win, man. I think De'Aaron Fox is as good as advertised. I think if in the right situation and circumstance, he could be right up there with the Steph, Kyrie, Dame conversation when it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. I think he's clearly the most explosive out of all three of them. He might have the most upside out of all three of them too. And he's a southpaw, and that just make it look even crazier when he get to doing this thing. So I'm definitely gonna name them too. And ironically, both of them southpaws.
Yeah, we that was the first name we actually mentioned.
I got bold on the radio the last couple of weeks, man. When I was on there, 98.5 on Fridays, man. There in Memphis, man. Y'all can catch me on there at 11:30. I had to plug that real quick.
Got you.
They want to come do a show with us too. We'll rap back there too.
They always welcome to do so.
I straight up told them folks on the airways, man, that Kings might be there in May. We just look at where we at, man. We at a spot where those old gatekeepers, they're not gatekeepers no more.
They getting too old to hold their key.
Getting too old to hold their key, and them young guns, they like Biggie and UGK with C Myrtle all together in one song. They kicking in the door, waving fofo, all the lyrics you want to combine between the kick door and kick in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And look at who we talking about now. We talking about a bunch of dudes that's 25 and under, for the most part. And look at the standings. A bunch of dudes that's 25 and under. You 27s, 28s, everybody under 30. Is Giannis probably, we can consider Giannis consensus probably just across the board top dog if we had to rank them for the most part? We would say Giannis. Giannis ain't 30. He gonna be there for a while.
He may be J.L. He may be.
I ain't 30. He came in 13.
I'm just saying out of those 27 to 21 to 19s to 27. I don't
think you gonna dispute if Giannis is one.
Right.
Even with
the only player
that it could change.
The only player that you put up there from the talent standpoint is really Troel.
And I would put Tatum up there too, because Tatum continues.
I'm not that's no disrespect to Tatum, no disrespect to him.
I get what you're saying.
But it's just like Giannis and Joel are matchup nightmares every night they go out on the floor.
But
every night they go out on the floor, you look at them dudes and you say, We just don't have an answer for this tonight. We're gonna have to do what we can.
Germ, I'm looking at that JT though, man. He looking like a real accountant problem that nobody can solve right now, man. Put him in the book. Put him in. If you put him in your accountant book, you don't know to debit him. You don't know to credit him. You don't know how to. You don't know. You don't know.
What's crazy is that we ain't even mentioned Jokic yet. He got the last 2 MVPs.
And he got the last 2 MVPs. And how old is Jokic?
Under 27. About 27, right? Hey, but hey, remember when we talked about Tatum in that draft class he was in, and I said to you, Ham, I think he low key may be the next one. Him and Luka are the 2 that I'm looking at from that small forward. You know what I'm saying? Handle the ball a lot type mode that may be able to be the next guys that we see as they continue to ascend. And here we are now, and we're looking at them, and it's literally them 2.
Literally them 2. Especially because, okay, we know Paul can still boogie, Paul George. We know he can still boogie. We know KD still KD. But it's on the short. It's probably on that same list with the McRib. Shout out to Ty Love. It's for a limited time now. So we gotta appreciate what we got there with them, but also see what this next wave that's not just they coming fast as fuck. I'm talking about they coming through hard, man. Like pause. But it's just one of those deals, man, where it's like I'm really looking over my shoulder. If I'm the OGs now, I'm looking back like, man, my time I got, man. For one of these cats put 42 on my ass, and it's time for me to go home for real.
That track and field, man. That track get longer and longer, and that finish line is getting longer for them to get. And when you running and you gotta look behind and see what's going on, you know you're getting slower.
It's like how Bud Bunny used to erase the line.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all another team that I want to see, and ironically, Les is wearing the hat. I want to see Charlotte be a viable contender in the East because I just like the way I like LaMelo. I like the way he play.
And he can't healthy right now.
He can't stay healthy.
He came back, he balled, and went right back out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The Hornets are so bad right now.
Yeah.
They are so bad right now. And I don't know if Mike trying to get Victor or what, but they are so bad right now.
They got T. Rozier on the block. You know what I'm saying? So they ready to move around. And it may be, no wins for Victor.
Yeah, no victory. Yeah, no victories for Victor.
No victories for Victor. You know
what I'm saying? Victories for
Victor. No wins for Wembanyama. No wins for Wembanyama.
We got to start a hashtag on that for real. He both of them. That's your credit, that's.
Man, what?
That was Ronnie. No victories for Victor.
Yep.
One of y'all said that on
that was Big Shot. That was Big Shot said that. As a matter of fact, if y'all want to see Victor, he's gonna be on NBA TV tonight.
What time they coming on?
I think they're showing it like 6 or 7. I got that app. I'll look it up and make sure. But they're supposed to be showing a game of him today.
So we got no Victor for Victor. And that's what we can we can spin this however y'all want, but I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I like LaMelo, man. I like the way he played, man. I like that guy. But
fun,
I would love to see them. I would love to see them be able to be a little bit more competitive. But I mean, hey, it is what it is now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man.
They bad, but they not as bad as the Pistons.
And the Pistons have so much like potential.
They just young, so much
potential.
Yeah, they just young. They
babies.
Young,
but that back, man, I really got high hopes for Cunningham and Jay and the young fella from Purdue. They gonna be good.
I think it's just I don't know if maybe I'm just saying the obvious here, but I think they got to learn how to win.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. First, they gotta learn how to play.
Yeah, learn to play.
Then they learn how to then win.
Then they come. Then the next step. Right.
They gotta
No. They gotta learn how to play. Then they gotta learn how to compete. Then they gotta learn how to win.
put that back foot down, dog.
You better put that back
You gotta put that back foot down, dog.
because I'm coming. Yeah. I'm coming, yeah.
Hey, listen, what?
Oh,
But with all that being said, y'all, I mean, I think we still going. I think we still should get. Ironically, here's a question. Then this is a question I really want to know. What's the Philly? What's the Philly rap? What's going on?
And they got some. I mean, Joel has been doing his thing.
Right.
They lost James, and now they lost Tyrese, which I think losing Tyrese.
Tyrese hurt more.
Yeah, that hurt more than losing James. Cause Tyrese was long. What they say? He was on demon time.
We gotta give some love to Sam Cassell too, man, for his job in developing with these young guards. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Shea, when he had Shea when he was out in LA with Shea, or even, you know, what he got now in the last couple seasons with Tyrese Maxey. It's just what you're seeing. Again, BBN one more time, you know what I'm saying, on both ends. But my question to y'all, and shout out to Brandon Patterson, because he's the one that made me think about this the other day. How long will Sam continue to just get in the game free? When they gonna offer Sam a head gig?
It's close to that time, man. It's close to that time.
And go ahead.
I'm gonna say it. He closer than you think, and he may not have to change his address.
I was thinking that too, from the standpoint that I mentioned that earlier in the season. Like Ritter carried over from last season. Like, yo, Doc may be time. Maybe Doc, his style, that old school and not really yielding to evolve into certain stuff, especially in terms of player development and player how you handle and manage your roster, may have passed Doc. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Doc got a championship. He had some notable great teams. And of course, he had some colossal and epic failures in terms of, you know, playoff standings and whatnot. But I don't know if Doc make it past this season in Philly.
I know one thing. We better stop treating Doc like George Karl.
I agree with that. I get Doc way more respect.
I've said it once, and I'm gonna say it again. We gotta stop treating Doc like George Karl. Now, Doc ain't perfect by any means.
No.
Right.
But we gotta stop. The people gotta stop treating him like George Karl now. Enough is enough.
Because see, even with George Karl messed up he messed up USA basketball and everything. We can't put that on. You know, we can't credit Doc on that like that. Then Doc don't look like Freddy Krueger. George Karl do.
Let me say this. Let me give my little Doc Rivers eulogy real quick. The problem in the situation for Doc is Doc has had teams that have had extreme expectations that have not lived up to the said expectations due to the fact of injuries, due to the fact of different things. That Celtics team may not have lost that second finals had Kendrick Perkins never went down. We don't know. But you talking about some extreme situations where you lose Kawhi, he's lost Paul George. It's been extended periods of time that he hasn't had some of his superstar players. And then you go back and you say, well, they didn't do what we thought they should have did. But that's the human element of the game. We never know, because everybody is a champion on paper until we got to start scratching names off the list.
Yeah.
So I don't think that some of the criticism is necessarily fair, but some of it is warranted and fair. You know, the bubble collapse, that's on you, Doc. You got to take some accountability for certain things like that. But besides those things, I just think, we've had some epic failures due to some unforeseen circumstances. Now, the fortuitous bounce of a bad injury in a bad situation is what it is. Now, with me saying that, I do think he is, wait for it, the head coach that helps another black coach get on.
I'm cool with that.
I do think that he is that coach that will help another coach get on, whether it be through year 3, 4, 5 of a potential project. And I think that is the good of the situation, because the bad is obviously he don't have a job, but the good is he will always be able to find some type of gig in this league and probably be able to bring somebody up with him because of his stature, because of who he is. And somebody like Sam, I agree with what Les said. He may not have to change his address, but I think because Sam fits what Philly is as a city, and I think ultimately he fits that team. And he and Doc has done this on multiple occasions where he's picked the right guy to be next to him that can be the successor to him. Mm-hmm. And that for what everybody else got to say, that is a talent. That is an extreme talent to be able to find somebody else in the room who can speak to somebody on a different level that does not combat with you as a leader.
But would this be Doc's first time having somebody to back him up like that, or this would be his second time?
Ty Lue
was the other one. Didn't he have a couple people in Boston too, y'all?
He had Tibbs in Boston.
Tibbs replaced him in Boston, but when he went to LA,
Tibbs went straight to Chicago.
He was just Doc's right hand in Boston.
Right.
When they won a championship, you know what I'm saying, on the defensive side, they gave a lot of their credit to Tibbs. So.
But I know at the Clippers, when he left, Ty Lue replaced that.
Ty Lue, right.
And Philly, hopefully, this will be the right move for them.
And to be fair, even with Ty Lue, because Ty Lue was there with him in Boston too.
Right.
And remember, then Ty Lue went to Cleveland and was serving with David Black. Then he got the championship after they let Black go. Then he went back over there with Doc after he won the championship. Cleveland fell apart. Right. When he didn't get the Lakers job. Exactly.
Right.
It was, yeah.
So full circle, huh? Ain't a full circle?
Hey, that's all. When you ain't good with that coaching tree.
How your daddy on BMF, but he wasn't on BMF?
How Akon talk about BMF, but he not on BMF?
Hey man,
but that's what I'm saying. But Les, I mean, and I don't know, Les, like because Les actually has given some real good names and some good shout out to you for some of the coaching forecasting that you didn't put out of there. But when it comes down to it, like Les, that's what I was thinking about when you said that. I was thinking like, wait a minute, ain't this man put on like 3, 4, 5 people that went on to be successful head coaches?
Necessarily, he hadn't put them on. I mean, because it
put him in an opportunity to pick up.
I mean, not really. Tibbs was able to go out and get another job, right? Lue had to get that job. It wasn't like he had to go get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. When coaches are let go or they it ain't just like, oh yeah, put my mans on. You know, now the tutelage that he's gotten from him, you know, that's probably helped. But as far as the cosign, it also depends on how things go with the organization. I don't think things went too well with the Lakers. I mean, the Clippers organization when Doc was on his last days. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it ain't like what it seemed like. You know, it could be, you know, it can get a little crazy. I just say that.
Yeah, man. So we gonna stop it right there. We're gonna let y'all enjoy y'all day. We just had to again let y'all know tomorrow, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 94 feet of life. We on here. We're going to give y'all the NBA Jam tournament that we got going on. We're gonna get that. Let y'all vote who may advance, who may not advance. And y'all again, who y'all may expect may not be in there. So don't be surprised. So we here, man. 94 feet of life, live in the kitchen. I got Jay Ham, worldwide Les, Germ So True, back at it again. We gonna see more of him. We gonna see.
And I'm gonna plug it tonight. Y'all might as well come through tonight.
I'll be here.
Views and Blues. Oh, yes.
That dude.
Y'all didn't see me on the show yesterday? Oh, it's Blues because I'm bringing drama. Call me JJ King tonight, baby, and bring you too, because love has come to town. It's coming down. It's going down. It's going down.
It's going
I
down.
want y'all to know Views and Blues tonight, 8, or matter of fact, make it 7. Be there at 7. Because I got some things to talk about from the last couple weeks.
Come on it.
And I'm letting y'all know, yes, the game, yes, the PFF tool, it ain't the PFF tool is working. I got crazy work. Shout out to all the teams with the draft capital, because y'all folks getting ready to have to use it. It's going down tonight. I'm letting y'all know.
Hey, man, y'all heard it, man. Views for the 22 tonight is 7, man. Be there, man. Be there. Again, live in the kitchen, man. Your boys are back, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Holla back.